Right now, it is a type of financial instrument or investment. In the future, it is going to completely disrupt the financial system. And in the other future, it's also going to completely disrupt the app economy.
So chart kind of like now for next X years, 5, whatever, how the financial system will get stronger as the whole financial system embraces the crypto world more.
Yeah. So, analysts always ask us, like, what does crypto look like in 5 years? And I have no idea. But I think that what I think about is what are the benefits of crypto and how will they then feed the rest of the financial system and the app economy and so on. The benefits of crypto are it is truly global. So today, the way that the financial world is operating is very piecemeal, very national or regional, and that's the way the banking system works. And for anybody who's trying to send money cross-border, they are in a lot of pain because of the way that the system works today. It is 24/7. It is instant settlement. It is, most importantly in my mind, no middleman. So whatever you think about anybody, they should not be denied a bank account because of their beliefs or the color of their skin or their gender or anything like that. And there's been, I was thinking about the UK example. Nigel Farage was denied a bank account from a bank, and the notes of the compliance officer, again, whatever you think of Nigel Farage, it said something to the effect of like, he was friends with Djokovic when Djokovic refused a vaccine. It's just, that's not that, and I think that that's what happens when you get humans in the way of these things. And in many ways, we want to automate many of these things, and that's the beauty of crypto. I think of it as the internet the money of the internet. And the way that we think about crypto in terms of like the way it'll evolve is right now, it is a type of financial instrument or investment. In the future, it is going to completely disrupt the financial system. And in the other future, it's also going to completely disrupt the app economy. And one more thing on that is that when you think about the current relationship between the gatekeepers, the really big tech behemoths, the players that they work with have no say in the way that they're taxed or levied taxes for their content, whatever it is. And crypto disrupts that. And so like it is powerful and it does scare many people. And you'll see that sometimes when you read a headline now, and you might not be into crypto, but when you read a headline now and you see maybe the banks are really upset about the way that the Genius bill came down, you'll understand that it's because there's fear about the way that economics are going to be moved to different parts of the ecosystem.
Yeah, and specifically, it's like, well, the middle players, men, whatever, tend to be like taking a fairly healthy tax.
Yes.
That's a tax on the whole system.
Yes.
And the inability to command that tax because the system is more automated, whether it's how you might buy an app or pay for it or engage in other kinds of services, that's part of the crypto will make this much more seamless, much more empowerment of lots of people, et cetera.
The customer should benefit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you think are the next steps for getting, kind of a broader, obviously we have a lot of people in the country who already hold crypto, but broader kind of engagement and use, not just like, oh, I bought some, it's kind of like a, kind of gold or a share or something else that I put in, but like, what are the next steps for kind of a broadening engagement across consumers?
So I think the number one utility case that has absolutely proven itself is definitely stablecoins. But to me, the hot consumer app right now is obviously prediction markets, which is another really cool form, I think, of how crypto is being employed. And I don't know, you mean Polymarket just had an incredible $2 billion raise from ICE, which is this, super stodgy conservative exchange. Kalshi is
I don't think they quite describe themselves that way, but yes.
Kalshi is another amazing prediction markets provider. But I think like you see how this stuff is transforming the way that we perceive and view content. The Katie Porter thing yesterday, I don't know if you saw it, but Katie Porter yesterday, she had the bad interview, and then immediately on Kalshi, her chances of winning the governorship dropped like 50%. So you're seeing this live real-time thing in crypto that's super fun, and I think a very compelling consumer use case.
Is there anything, I don't know if you want to talk about the prediction markets at all, but I think it's both amazing and some things worry me about the prediction markets, right?
Yeah.
It's not just like the kind of, frankly, I think gross thing that was happening with women's basketball games,
Yeah,
but other kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like is there anything you've thought about like how that should be shaped for like increasing society benefit and decreasing some of the side effects?
I think that you're absolutely right. Like Brian thinks about this a lot, which is how do we create less gambling behavior and more utility behavior? And how do we make this like just more oriented around content and a new form of content and media as opposed to purely speculation? I think one of the I don't know if it's a bug or a feature of crypto. Crypto monetized very early. So, you had Facebook and the others, they had engagement early, but it took a long time to monetize. Crypto had the opposite problem, and it created perverse incentives for rampant speculation. The thing with Coinbase, I will say, is that we've always tried to take kind of the right path on that. We leaned into compliance, regulation early, even though it was absolutely not to our benefit in many ways. And we've always tried to play the long game. So we've been around for 13 years now. And so we are not always first to market on some of these things. And we don't have the highest leverage products or anything like that, because we do want to ultimately make sure that the consumer understands what they're getting into when they use these products. And you have to find that right balance.
Yeah.